take my advice, spend your time punching. If realism's what you want, punch. I mean, there's art, there's fitness, there's lots of other things involved with training in the martial arts or training in combat, but if it's realism that you want, the majority of your time has to be spent on punching, because that's where it starts. It starts at conversation range. Look at every fight you've seen, they all start at conversation range. And if you can train your hands properly, looking at the stuff we were doing today, using your body weight, simple stuff, you will become ferocious. Okay? I've had the pleasure of working with some really good people, and their hands were that good, I always felt like they were walking around with a gun in their pocket. That's how effective they were with the hands. Now, anybody can attain that if they put the time in. Anybody can. But what you've got to do is you've got to do what other people don't want to do. Most people don't want to get into heavy sparring, but you need to do that. You need to spend more time on punching than other people do. And work on the concepts that I'm showing you. Work on the lineups, working off a fence. And work on getting power from close up. And I guarantee that 99% of the situations you get into, you'll finish them with one punch and with your hands. And although a lot of people may not agree with it, coming from me, without being pretentious, I've been in hundreds of fights and I know what works and what doesn't. And everybody I work with, everybody who was knockout merchants and who beat people within the first 3 seconds were punchers. Now, if you don't want to use your knuckles, use your open hand like Peter Constantine does. That way you don't draw blood, you don't draw attention from the police. But make sure it's a hand technique. They're immediate, they're accessible, and they're devastatingly powerful. Again, I've had exposure to some excellent people with hands, and I'm still always trying to work to improve my own hands. Okay, but if you can get your hands good, you will be there. You can save yourself a lot of time and a lot of trouble. You don't have to go to Japan or Thailand, although that's nice to do. All you have to do is get on the bag and get with your mates and get some sparring in, and you will become ferocious. An average boxer knocks people out on the street every day of the week. An average martial artist would struggle to fight sleep. Okay, and I'm not saying that in a derogatory way. I'm just saying that if you want realism, mix it. Get stuck in, but work on your hands. And all of you out there can do it. There's nobody that can't do it. Everybody can do it. Every fight I've been in, bar 1 or 2, has been finished with hands. And if I could just let you feel that experience, you would see what I mean. So please take my advice, do as much as you can with your hands. What I'll do, if people are interested, I will do a second tape and do some advanced play with hands. And again, if you can be good with advanced techniques, then your basic technique is going to be all the better for it. But the bottom line in a real situation, pick one of the punches that works for you, cross, hook, uppercut, and make it work off your fence, and you'll win every situation just with that one technique. That's how it works. I know people that have been through 500 fights with one punch, a right hook. People say, he's only got a right hook. Who cares? Who cares? He's won 500 fights with it. That's what you need to do. You may be not getting many situations in your life, but if you do and you've got good hands, you'll get through them. Thank you again for listening. Hope you enjoyed the tape. I hope that it's helped.